quite a lot of people around here.
That's because
That's not dirty, boys.
You're not worthy yet.
Yeah, and the one thing I learned down there, don't matter if you're a slave or a king, Drow will
Oh,
pluck out your eyes.
that's how they got the absolute brand. Oh, Priestess Gut. I mean, if Zaza would have worked, it would be interesting to talk to you. It's a quick
Are
save.
you ready for the absolute mark on your flesh?
Yeah. And then I'll hear her voice.
I
think I'm just gonna spread out a little bit.
Is a blade. It'd cut your
Because
brain to
I
bits.
could imagine that Wyll doesn't really want to talk.
For now.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Played at the
Yes,
ready.
Wyll. Now, on the other hand, if we stay separated, we don't get comments. Anyway, let's just talk to Priestess Gut. Let's not think about upcoming battles. Don't mind us.
Now here's somebody special. The Absolute has touched you, hasn't she? Priestess Gut
But
needs to
that skull
touch
here.
you too.
Ugh.
Hold out your arm so I can mark your flesh.
A priestess. One of the leaders, no doubt about it. Let's make her squeal.
What's that? Tell your friend to keep quiet, or he'll lose his good eye.
Do we want to just kill the goblins, or do we want to find a bit out about them? But so far they seem quite evil. They kill all the druids, all the tieflings. And this absolute business seems also quite evil. On the other hand, I mean, we can always kill them later. So, for the time being, Garon decides to ignore him. Tell me about the mark, Priestess.
Ready for the fire, are ya?
I assume this mark has a purpose.
Shows our devotion to the Absolute. These maggots see how strong we are with her guidance. Whole camp will be
Authority.
branded soon, and you should be too. You ready? Brace
He doesn't
yourself.
really have a brand,
This'll
right?
sting.
Actually, I'd rather not go through with this. I don't think it's a good idea to do that.
Maybe you don't need it. After all, you're special, ain't ya? Like me.
She probes your mind, tangling your thoughts with hers. A familiar sensation. She too carries a power. Darkness seems to swallow the temple, leaving you with a vision of the goblin priestess receiving instruction from a handsome young man, one of the chosen. The vision dissolves away. You
I wonder
stand
what's
before the
her
goblin
task.
priestess in the temple once again.
Let's try to push deeper into her mind.
Her faith floods into you, a tide of shuddering ecstasy. Her tadpole nestles within that mania, secure, hidden.
I feel you in there, digging around. Works both ways. And I saw some weird shadows swimming around in your head just now. Maybe
Well,
I
we
can
are
help
different.
with that. Us true souls gotta look out for one another.
Do you think you can fix whatever's causing those shadows?
With the Absolute's will, I can fix anything. Let's deal with
I
this
mean,
in my
that's
chapel.
confidence.
It's private. Don't want this lot interfering with true soul business.
Oi! Priestess! We want the mark!
Why do they think they're talking
Ain't
to a
we
god?
good enough for the Absolute?
Yeah, that I don't get as well. Or maybe our Dream Guardian is trying to lead us down a different path. Trying to get us to the Absolute as well. Maybe everyone has a different way to her? I don't know.
Oi, come here. Ready to clear your head?
What exactly are you going to do?
Whatever the Absolute tells me to. Don't worry, she loves you. I can tell.
Sure. Alright, I'm ready.
Don't want a crowd of gawpers. Everybody else needs to leave.
That's very, very suspicious. But I mean, at least that we can try out.
At least things have stayed interesting. Defender of the people.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? An ambush? But then we can go through the door, right?
Charmed, I'm sure.
Poor Gale. Hut hut.
Wish to live
Hut
in more
hut hut
interesting
hut.
times.
Ready to clear your head?
Yes, I'm ready.
Smart. All you need to do is open yourself to the Absolute. And I'll do the rest.
Psionic feelers creep across your mind like a pickpocket's fingers seeking flaws in fabric.
I mean, if you wonder why Garon is doing that, he's just very confident in his skills, but also in his companions. It's like, we can try, what the worst that could happen, actually. So, let's allow her to rummage through our memories.
Sifting deeper, she sees the mind flayer holding a wriggling tadpole to your eye. And then the vision lurches, and you are looking through her eyes as a tadpole squirms into her skull.
Hounds! We need to fish that thing out before it eats any important parts of your brain.
She's not aware that she has one herself? I'm pretty sure one of those parasites is squirming your head too.
No. It's messing with your brain. You're seeing things, probably hearing voices too, yeah?
As this narrator, always saying some things. I still have my sensor, so I don't really want you to mess around with my brain. I'll find another way to deal with it.
No. You ain't leaving till we get to the bottom of this. You could be dangerous.
What exactly does your plan involve?
It involves you putting your trust in the Absolute. Simple.
Stand aside. I'm leaving.
I guess we're doing this the hard way, then. Sweet dreams.
Oh no.
Wakey, wakey. Don't bother struggling.
We can't do anything
you
with
ain't
our
going
companions?
nowhere. The Absolute wants to know all about that critter in your head. So start talking.
Why can't we do anything with our companions? I mean, they're just in front of the door. Wouldn't they be concerned if we don't return after like a minute or 10? I'll make you pay for this, goblin.
You'll pay for talking back. Can't beat you too hard, though. Gotta keep you alive for what comes next.
It was a mistake to talk to her. When you're supposed to help me.
It's too late to help ya. It already was. That creature's turning your brain into broth, boiling away your memories. Do you even know who you are anymore?
Nothing changed. I'm in control.
Maybe that's what the creature wants you to think. It's gonna start eating your flesh too, changing you. And eventually your skull will split and you'll cough up a mess of tentacles.
You're infected. The same thing will happen to you.
Lies! I'm stronger than ever. And I've got the Absolute on my side. But you're You're on your own. Nothing more than a skin suit for that monster inside you. You're gonna be my new pet. A ferocious squiddy. All for myself.
You test the weight of the chains, looking for weak points.
Alright, acrobatics. Garon dislocates his wrist and wriggles free. Let's use an inspiration. I guess it's not meant to be.
A sharp pain shoots through your arm as the bone pops out of place. The chains hold tight.
I mean, I don't see that this is going to work, but Garon tenses his muscles, straining against the chains. Haha, 20. But let's use an elixir of giant hill strength, however that works. Oh, come on.
Your muscles burn with the effort, but the chains hold strong.
This how this is going to end. Let's preserve our strength.
Open your papers, freak. It's time. You should be sprouting tentacles by now. But you're still the same kind of
It's
ugly
been days?
you always was.
What are the others doing?
Disappointing not to have my own squiddy. But your giblets will make for a tasty supper.
There's someone.
Sorry. I may have left that a little late. No lasting damage, I hope?
Still breathing at last. Thank you.
It's my master you should thank. When you got yourself in this predicament, he sent me to help. You'll meet him again soon, and have a chance to show your gratitude.
Who is your master? Raphael.
In the meantime, try not to get yourself killed. I won't always be watching.
She seems to be quite powerful. And there she is. Dead. Absolute talisman. A rancid note. It was a really cool sequence. The only thing I find really weird is that nothing can happen with your companions in the Wyll. Especially if she kept us here like for a while to see if we could change. And I mean, they're just standing in front of the door. Anyway. Let's read the rancid note. That slobberchop's druid wasn't nosing around, ain't just some tomb-robbing adventurer type. Calls himself Halsin. Ugly name for an ugly bastard. Had a little word or two with him before the lashes put his hairy arse in the pants. Said he thinks there's something rotten inside us. Inside me. Reckons he can help get rid of the rot. I told him we don't need any help from nobody. Never did. And especially not now, the Absolute's taking a shine to us. I say there'll be something rotten inside him soon enough. There's a lot of rancid meat down in the pens, and we cut him open and make sure he stays alive long enough for the maggots to make a nest of him. And another Mind Flayer parasite.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it.
Our guardian.
You already know how.
I'm not sure about this.
Don't worry. You won't come to harm. I'll protect you.
No. I really don't think that's a good idea. I mean, we're looking for a cure and not trying to gain more parasites. Garon decides to close his mind, keep the parasite out.
You are not ready. That's all right. But try to overcome this resistance sooner rather than later. It will make things much easier for you.
At some point I have to play
Very well.
and do an evil playthrough and embrace the parasite's power on a search for power. Oh, she's also dead, the bodyguard of the priestess. Let's see where this leads to. Ah, back again.
The pride of the gate.
The door wasn't even closed, as if they wouldn't have
Overhead.
looked for us. And now we are kinda in debt to Raphael. But I mean, we didn't strike any deal, so...
No one stopped me yet.
I wonder why he's so interested in us.
Should mind my step.
Death and Resurrection. The Rhymes according to Bumpo. Lessons for Sensible Living 4. We already read that one. First page summarizes the contents. The remaining pages clumsily elaborate on them in great detail. First, not going to cities. The simplest piece of advice for sensible folk is to avoid cities entirely. Second, on marketplaces. People often tell me, Harrington, my fleeces and turnips are worth more in a city market than at the local villager's fair. Fools. To them I say, your fleeces and turnips will be robbed long before you reach the market square, and you will have only a few lumps and bruises to take home. Third, on taverns. More sensible folk enjoy draining a mug of locally produced ale in the company of their friends, but some of you may have heard tell of the extravagant taverns that populate the cities of the Sword Coast. If bawdy names like the Blushing Mermaid and the Wizard Stave are not sufficient warning of their impropriety, let it be known that you will be robbed long before you finish your first tankard, and will have only a few lumps and bruises for company. Fourth, on sewerage. Be like you keep a pot by your bedside and cast out the leavings into a communal pit of a morn. Sensible and cleanly behavior. Many cities have dispensed with such simple methods of hygienic living and set the waste of the inhabitants cummingless and flows through great channels beneath the very streets, a breeding ground for mucky creatures. And putting it somewhere as a community doesn't? Fifth, on becoming lost. Cities are far too large and you will become lost almost immediately. A fellow once told me that Baldur's Gate is actually 3 cities in one, an outer, an inner, and an upper. I believe he thought I'd be impressed, but I simply spat in his eye and sent him on his way. Harrington Nathalan. Seems like he doesn't really enjoy people.
Burned from the inside out. Must have been our warlock friend. Killed without a mark. Who the hell's does she serve?
I think there's some many hints that it might be Raphael.
That might be worth a look.
Small pouch. Nice how they did their own primal totem just next to the saloon one. Gilded chest. Amulet of Misty Step. That's nice. Hey, now we can cast Misty Step. Guess once per short rest. Recipe of Elixir of Arcane Cultivation. Though the book is mildewed and covered with what seems to be imprints of animal guts, one recipe in particular is still legible. There's joy in helping others that I never knew. While I myself have never had any talent for manipulating the weave directly, I cannot get the look of wonder on Necro's face out of my head. That look he had when he imbued this potion. It fills my body with soothing electricity I had thought impossible. I'm not gonna read the whole recipe again, I think the upper part is the interesting one. Ace for Azif and other gods. Part 11. Saloon guides us through the night. She is the moon, the stars her tears. His sister tries to douse her light, but she protects us from our fears. Shah will take your sorrow from you, but beware, her night is dark. She hides your pain and secrets too, and all your joy and all your spark. Sylvanus, god of all that's wild, of nature's danger and its charm, his glory is not to be defiled, or you yourself come to harm. So many books. Nothing else here. Ah, there's another basic potion. Doesn't seem like it. I don't think that we can speak with that with her, but let's try it.
The corpse remains silent.
While I'm at it, let's try it again. Ah, you see that? We can talk to her. See if we get some more answers.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What was your purpose here?
Absolute priestess.
Oh, come on. Who exactly is the Absolute?
God. Everything. Everyone.
Where do you keep your valuables?
Locked tight.
What happened to you?
Murdered. Infidel.
You deserve that. Who are you?
True. Soul. God.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
It didn't really answer any questions. Just added a bit more mystery to them. Go there, and I think that's it. Wow.
What's that?
Rocky crevice.
Not a chance I'll fit in there.
I wonder what happens if you had a druid who could fit in there. Kinda sad that it doesn't work with... At least the last times it didn't work with familiars. Maybe let's just try again with Scratch. Let's use... Huh? Nah, see, doesn't work.
The pride of the gate.
Alright, Wyll.
Looking ahead. With haste.
A temple hall. A small saloon. Ration.
Looks like all those moon plates can be turned.
This is glowing. So I would guess that you would have to... Oh, they changed it from the early access. But I would guess that you would have to have this one completely white.
What's that?
Silver plate. So, and we also have this lever we unlocked. We can unlock. Let's see how hard it is. Ah, 15. And we have plus 10 to 13. Ah. It was in the early access as well, but it just skipped this puzzle. So... Logbook of Sendings. Marked as reference material for the Temple Archive, this logbook contains transcripts of magical sendings from the temple to the depths below. This record seems to be an exchange dating from near the temple's foundation. Jarrus, enough foolishness. A new temple with settlers to guide, and you'd rather scrabble in the dark below. We're clerics of Saloon. Act like it. Morna, the lady lights the way. What is this Underdark but a path her light hasn't touched yet? Come, we can debate theology in the new chapel. Day. New chapel? Those materials were meant for the temple proper, not your playground down there. What am I to the House of the Moon? Tell them to start packing. There are caravans down here to dwarf the inner cathedral. The builders are almost done, and so we go deeper. Enough initiate. The Underdark is no place for games. Those are novices with you, not silver stars. Return immediately. Initiate, don't ignore me. I know you took ample components for sending. Respond. Jarrus, respond. Fortified what we can, but walls won't last. See the tunnel and do not follow. You were right. This place belongs to them. Jay. Jarrus, hold fast. Whatever this is, I'm sending reinforcement. Just hold on. No more death. Ordered novices to collapse tunnel. You'd be proud of them. Forgive me. We only meant to spread her light. Jarrus, high initiate, the lady's light. Doesn't sound too promising. Oh, what's down below here? And can you guess where we get if we climb down this ladder? Deep below. Lots of mushrooms once again. After a very long while, we find ourselves
I admire your courage, Gale.
in the Underdark.
Any particular reason?
Between the orb and the bug, you've got more than your fair share of unwelcome passengers.
What can I say? Mother always taught me to be a gracious host.
Let's go up. Of course, as I said, I will do the Underdark once I'm finished with everything on the surface. I just did that in the early access too, so yeah. I think it's a proper way to prioritize some things. So let's go back and look for Halsin. He doesn't seem to be here, so he has to be somewhere else. Which is a very smart thing to say. He's not here, so he's somewhere else.